Hey y'all, how's it going? Welcome back to Seed to Plate channel, and today we are going to probably have our last onion video. I know, so sad. But today we're going to be talking about harvesting, curing, and storing onions. So I did a little GoPro action to harvest my onions. You know they're ready to harvest when the stems are soft or they flop over. And then we'll talk curing and storing. And then we have onions, guys. They're so good. They're so good. Okay guys, so typically when you want to cure and store your onions, the curing process is what is going to give them a nice, safe skin so that they can store in your pantry for longer. However, they're not going to be ready to do that right when they come out of the ground. So you do have to let them set for a week or two, ideally outside when it's between like 75 and 80 degrees. However, Texas is already very hot. We are already hitting 100-degree days, 95 at best, and so it is very hot outside. However, we actually did a little experiment at our community garden where we left the onions in a shady spot to cure for about 10 days, and they did great. So I'm going to set mine up actually outside.
Okay, y'all, it's mosquito season, so I gotta work fast. So this corner of our patio stays shaded, and so I just kind of borrowed one of the racks from my seed starting rack, and we're just going to lay it down here. You want there to be a little bit of airflow under your onions, so you want to put them on a rack or hang them. These are some of the onions we got today. Look at that big, lovely onion. So you just want to lay them in a single layer to dry. You can lay the tops on top of each other. That's not that big of a deal. Oh, look at that thing. Oh my god, it's amazing. We're just gonna lay these out in a single layer, and there's still probably 10 or 15 that we still have to harvest. That I didn't want to get them today because their tops weren't fully flopped over. Like this, as it was in the ground, was doing this. These. Guys, this was my biggest one. Look at that monster. And then we'll see once these are fully dried. I would, just for the sake of fun and beauty, love to try and do an onion braid. But TBD on that. So the reason you want to set these to cure is not only for storage, but also the onion is going to continue to draw energy from the roots and the tops. Now that it is out of the ground. There's 17 there right now. We probably have another 10 to 15 in the ground. Oh, it is hot outside. Holy moly, I was only out there for like 5 minutes and I'm sweating. But yeah, so all of their sugars will condense. They'll continue to kind of like draw energy from both the stem and the roots. And they should store beautifully. There's not really much in the way that's gonna like eat your onions, so feel free to like dry them outside. It's really not a big deal. And what I did with the other half of my onions was I made bacon onion jam, but then I also made onion powder. So I did film this. It was a little bit of a botched filming though because I used my GoPro and I didn't have it angled properly. So I did make a good amount of onion powder, and it smells like freaking phenomenal. So all I did was I cut my onions into really thin slices, and I put them in my dehydrator and dehydrated them, and then I blended them up with the blender. So the reason I don't have a lid on it and I just have a paper towel is so that any moisture can be trapped in the paper towel and like escape, so that I don't get onion powder that's moldy, because this is just straight up onions. No preservatives, no nothing. So I've used it in a lot of our cooking for the last couple of weeks, and it's amazing if I do say so myself. I feel like there's probably some kind of like humidity pack you could put in here or something else to control the humidity. This seems to be working fine for me, so we'll see how long it lasts. It's been probably 2 weeks, and this was honestly probably the amount of onions that you just saw. Like, it takes a lot of onions to make onion powder. So that's what I did with the other half of my onions. So we've got those that are drying, we'll have more out there, and then we'll catch up here in about 10 days when they are fully ready for storage, and maybe we'll make an onion braid. Hey guys, so our onions are finished drying. Those look nice. And now I'm attempting to follow a video on making an onion braid. So I'm gonna turn off the sound and speed this up to spare you.
Hey guys, so my camera died while I was making my onion braid, but I cut all the tops off of the onions and I made one onion braid because I've never done it before, so I'm not sure how it's gonna go. But let me show you how I'm storing them in my pantry. So we have them in this lovely basket. Those are all my onions. And then here's my onion braid, just chilling on the side. So in an ideal world, you're gonna wanna store your onions somewhere that's very dry and cool. Those two things don't exist in Texas, and they definitely don't exist in this rental house. So I am going to use these onions as fast as I can, but if some of them kind of start to go bad, then my plan is to dice them and actually freeze them, so that I can just like grab a handful whenever I need some. And honestly, you could go just kind of like do that like from the get-go. I do think it would be really cool to have some kind of cooled place to store all of this stuff in the future. Maybe that's like powered by solar panels, because like I don't want to take up more energy by like doing this, but that could be something cool in the future, like a solar powered cool room to store all this stuff in. So thanks so much for watching. Onion journey is done for 2022, and maybe we'll pick it back up next year in 2023. So I hope you have amazing onion harvests. I hope you enjoy all of the beautiful oniony recipes, and thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time.